Hi you guys, C here. Thank you so much for clicking to join me in today's video. This video is a compilation of everything that I've worn to work this week, which so happens to be everything that I've made. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the front porch. Today is Monday, June the 23rd, and we are in for a scorcher all week. So every day this week, temperatures, the high is expected to be in the mid to upper 90s every day. So the goal is to wear breathable, airy, flowy clothes. However, I don't have that in my wardrobe, okay? That is now a flaw, a hole that I have identified in my me-made wardrobe because I ain't got it. So now that I have identified a flaw, I would definitely start incorporating that into my plans. Might not get around to it this year, but it'll definitely be on the agenda for it next year. So to kind of compensate for the hot weather, I am wearing two me-mades, the first of which is a new look skirt pattern. Now, I've made this a handful of times. I most recently made it in a black satin. For this previous make, I'm using a better quality satin that I purchased from Joann. I believe it was last year or the year before, and I found it in my stash. And I omitted the invisible zipper in this pattern. Instead, I did elastic around the waist, and then I folded the elastic in. I love it. It gives it a nice, seamless, flawless look across the front and the back. Now, unfortunately, because it is satin, I have snagged this son of a gun. So when I do retire it, I definitely got my money's worth. For the top, this is a buttery pattern. I'm using a floral crepe that I purchased from Joann, and I love it. Now, the hem is inverted, so it comes to a point in the front and in the back. So to compensate for that, because it just wouldn't look right with this skirt, I went ahead and took a ponytail, a little rubber band, made a ponytail and tucked it in. It's not really the best, but it's resourceful and it works, and I don't know, I feel comfortable. So neither one of these fabrics are breathable. Let's just be honest, okay? I'm already starting to perspire, but I do feel fun and flirty and comfortable for the heat, and I sit behind a desk, so I mean, I really can't complain. So those are my two looks. What do you think? Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 24th, and I'm back with another two-piece me-made ensemble. So this I just made last week on my PTO day. First of which is a simplicity pattern. I've made this pattern a couple of times now. I think this is my third rendition of it, and so now I've made all three views, A, B, and C, on that pattern. I absolutely love the pattern. It's rated as easy to sew, and it certainly is. The only thing about this pattern, the neckline is just wonky. So keep that in mind. It's not clearly indicated on the model, but just keep that in mind. If you don't like things on your neck, if you're not a fan of mock necks or turtlenecks, I'd probably stay clear of this or make a modification to it. I think this is definitely a pattern that you can modify, you can hack, you can make it into something else. I have definitely considered turning this pattern into a dress or a jumpsuit. So keep that in mind. For the bottom here, this is another simplicity pattern, and I've made this pattern 3 times now as well. Both of these patterns were tried and true last year. This is the first time I made this view of this pattern, and I love it. I did, of course, extend the length of the skirt because I have long legs and because I knew I would be pairing it with heels. But when I take these heels off, it is just long enough to wear with sandals as well. I did not modify the vent, the side split. I kept that where it is. I'm using a green ribbed floral knit that I purchased from Joann last summer, I do believe. And yeah, I feel good. It's nice and slinky. It accentuates the right parts of my body. I'm pretty comfortable. So, what do you think? Yesterday, I had to work from home because I have a kiddo with pink eye. I couldn't go to daycare. But today, Thursday, June 26th, I'm back to work. This is a scrap busting make. So, and it's using one of my favorite tried and true patterns of this year. So this is Butter 6901. I know that number because I made it so many times. And this is scrap from my denim butter vest that I made a couple of weeks ago. Now, I cut a size 16 in this vest because I just need a little more room. I learned that from the first vest in this pattern that I made. One thing I keep forgetting to do, though, is extending the length. I realize now I have a long torso, and extending the length of bodices has to be in my regular practices. And I keep cutting this vest out, and I keep forgetting to extend the length. So next time, I will make sure. Until then, either belly button is poking out, or we're going to pair it with some high-waisted bottoms. Okay, I love this vest. I love this denim. I have a very different lining underneath. This is a rayon challis underneath, and it is scrap as well. It is scrap material from my pattern hackathon romper or shortalls from last year, and it's actually really nice and soft and comfortable. This denim is not very hard and rigid. It's a little soft as well. I sourced the denim from Hobby Lobby and the rayon challis from Joann. I attempted to cover some buttons. I had great success when covering buttons for my brocade vest last month. With the smaller buttons, the 5/8 inch wide, I struggled, and so did my husband. So button stash we go. I didn't like the fact that these are a pale pink button, but it looks okay. Like, it's unique, it's different. It doesn't look costumey. So, hey, we'll take our wins when we get them, okay? I am pairing my vest with some ready-to-wear pants. I purchased these pants from Target on clearance many years ago, and they have definitely weathered the storm. Now, these pants remind me of a pattern I made earlier in the year. I think it's Simplicity 9235, something like that. And what they have in common is one pleat on the front, a fitted waistband across the front, and elasticized waist in the back. The only difference, and they're wide leg. The only difference is that pattern does not have a drawstring, but yes, that's an easy fix. And the pattern has pockets. These don't have pockets. So I love these pants so much. They're getting all snagged up, but I'm not retiring them as of yet. However, if I want a couple more pair, I have the perfect pattern to mimic them because I really do like these pants and I really do like that pattern too. If you have it, if you've had it for a while, go make it and see if you can get it because that was a good pattern. So, how do I look? It is Friday, June 27th, and today I'm probably not wearing an ensemble that is suitable post heat advisory, but I work in a cold office, so cut me some slack. Maybe I can get away with it. Let's kick things off with the ready to wear. I'm wearing a pair of Old Navy jeans that I sourced from Poshmark. I love finding some pre-loved goodies on Poshmark as well as emptying out my closet. When there are things that I've outgrown or no longer serve me, I definitely put them up on Poshmark to make a couple coins, but also to give it to someone who would enjoy it as opposed to it sitting in a landfill or being oversold at Goodwill or some other thrift store. So Poshmark it is. And then I'm wearing my tried and true cami. This is Butter 7001. We have talked about this cami, this pattern, countless times because I have made it countless times, okay? I am wearing this in a retro floral. This is a rayon challis that I purchased from LA Finch Fabrics online last year. And I had just a little bit of scrap left over from my wool coat that is still not done. So here I am. layered on top of my cami is a Vogue dress shirt pattern. I made this dress shirt for my brother's rehearsal dinner last summer. I also made a wedding guest dress to attend the wedding. I have a whole playlist on that, so I will link that down below if you're interested. This dress has not been worn since then, and that is because I'm not happy with it. It's not very well executed when it comes to the sleeves and the cuff, nor the collar. The top stitching is really wonky. The buttonholes are not great. I do believe this was my first dress shirt pattern, so trial and error, we'll keep going at it. Since then, I have made some successful dress shirts or some successful button down shirts, collar shirts as well. But this one, for the second time, this is my second time. It wasn't much of a redeeming piece. Let's just be honest, okay? But the color is just stunning. This is a cotton shirting that I purchased from Joann last summer. But this turquoise, this is just such a radiant color, and it pulls off on the turquoise or the teal in my cami oh so well. So I just had to pair them together. Give this shirt dress some new life, wearing it differently than I did the last time. It just looked like an oversized dress shirt last time, and it just wasn't flattering. While that may be the intent, maybe I'm just not shaped correctly. Maybe I didn't have it styled correctly. But this is giving it some new life, where I feel pretty confident and a little fashion forward wearing it. If I get too hot considering the heat, I can definitely take it off, and I've got my cami, and I'm good to go. So let's look. What do you think? Good evening. Today is Saturday, June 28th, and I'm headed to dinner with a friend. I'm filming a different time of the day, so probably going to have a glare on the frame. So sorry. But today I am wearing just one me made. We'll start with the ready to wear. This top I actually purchased it from Walmart. I think it's the Sofia Vergara, like just a basic little white top. I love pairing it with anything. I can dress it up. I can casual it down. That's my jam, okay? That's what I like in my wardrobe. So nothing major here. I think I paid like $5 for it. Now, what I did make is this skirt, and I actually wore another view from the same pattern earlier this week. I think this is Simplicity 9751, and this is the first view in that pattern that I made last year. I have worn the heck out of this skirt, so much so that I think now it might be time to retire it. I used hem tape for the hem, and I think the hem tape is starting to wear out, but it's okay because we're going to wear it until the wheels fall off because I love it just that much. I made the skirt using a brush knit from Joann, and it has definitely worn very well. It does great in the wash, and I started putting it in the dryer, so I love this material. Wish I had more of it. It's not very breathable though, so I'm already getting a little hot because the air is just not flowing. Okay, but other than that, I love it. I love the color. I love the fit. I love the slinkiness. It hugs and accentuates all the right areas. I feel good in it. I can wear it with sandals. I can wear it with heels. I made a wrap and a matching tank. The tank, no though. It did not weather the storm. But the wrap top did. I just don't have anything to wear up under it. So I'd love to pair it with another top. I probably need to go make one. But that's the fit for today. So, what do you think?